Hello chess friends and welcome to Jozarov chess channel and welcome to a truly amazing game from the Crunch Lab Masters in 2024 that you can follow now on chess.com. The Crunch Lab Masters is an online rapid chess event where we have many great players battling it out against each other. Among them also Magnus Carlsen is playing, which is really great thing. I think it's really a tournament worth to follow, and I think the coolest, the most spectacular game is the game that I wanted to show you today between Fabiano Caruana against Alireza Firouzja, where, believe me or not, Alireza Firouzja got destroyed in only 9 moves. Yes, you heard it right. It's possible in top GM level that someone loses the game after 9 moves, but actually what happened, Alireza Firouzja fell into a dirty opening trap that was actually created 113 years ago in a game between Karl Schlechter against Julius Perlis. This game was probably sort of an analysis by Karl Schlechter to Julius Perlis, where you have really a beautiful tactical opportunity. It can happen in the Slav defense, it can happen in some sidelines of the English opening, but I think the pattern is the same. So that's why I wanted to show you first this analysis from 1911 between Karl Schlechter against Julius Perlis, where Julius Perlis fell into this really dirty trap, and this trap actually happened many times in chess history, of course with different sidelines, with different deviations, but I think the most important is now this pattern to recognize really dirty opening trap. So let's see now first of all this game from 1911. So here Karl Schlechter opened with the move d4, d5, c4, c6. We have now the Slav defense, knight to f3, knight to f6, and after move e3 we have now the quiet variation, which is of course one solid way to proceed here because you're immediately connecting your bishop to the pawn. Now we have bishop to f5, and whenever your opponent is leaving too early with his light square bishop, there is always the problem about the b7 square, and that's exactly what Karl Schlechter is attacking here. He's playing now queen to b3, we have queen to b6, c takes d5, and after queen takes b3, a takes b3, what black should do is first of all grab this pawn on d5, and I think the game is pretty equal for both sides. White has of course this messed up pawn structure on the queen side, but has of course opportunities to attack here. The a file can of course also challenge the light square bishop, has of course the opportunity to develop bishop to d2, so nothing spectacular I think is going on the board. As I said, pretty equal position, but here after a takes b3, white tried bishop to b1, so Karl Schlechter got challenged in this way, and now comes the tricky part. Here we don't capture the bishop, you play now the stunning d takes c6, and still black is worse here I would say, but still you have the opportunity maybe to take out this one. Then we can play here rook to b1, and again I would say white is much better, but it's not losing at least immediately. Black has of course a lack of development here, and this game is of course in white's favor, but as I said, not so complicated maybe to play. But after d takes c6, what here Julius Perlis tried, he tried bishop to e4, and now comes the really dirty part. You play a stunning rook takes a7, sacrificing the rook just in order to deflect the rook from the back rank, and there are now several options. If you play here b takes c6, then we simply grab the rook. Again, you can maybe cover yourself, but then we deflect this knight from defense of this knight. Again, game over here for black. Even if you try knight to c6, then we can deliver a check. You have to now step back, and now of course knight to e5 can be played, but of course white is up the exchange, has of course now completely winning game. But after rook to a7, what you could try is of course also here rook takes a7, and then you can proceed here with the beautiful c7, and the king is too far away from the action. The knight cannot cover of course anymore the b8 square. You can maybe try king to d7, but now after c takes b8, the promotion, it's of course game over here for black. So you see, this is now the most important trick here by white, playing this dirty rook takes a7 followed with c7, and there's not so much that can be done. Game over here for black. So let's see now this game between Fabiano Caruana against Alireza Firouzja. A different opening, a different sideline, but again with the same beautiful pattern. So here Fabi opened with move c4, c6 by Alireza, knight to f3. So far we have now the Caro-Kann Defensive System against the English opening, but you see again it's for sort of from a Slavic pawn structure that black black is creating. Again, g3 here, here by Fabiano Caruana. Different, of course, sideline. Fabi is not developing here the bishop to this side of the board. But again, you see the bishop comes out in the early stage of the game. And again, there is now the problem around the square b7. That's why here Fabi attacks the bishop immediately. Alireza retreats to f5. We have now queen to b3. And after queen to b6, again, this pattern, c takes d5, releasing the pressure in the center of the board. And after queen takes b3, a takes b3, now Alireza played again a bad move, bishop to e4. Even if you try here bishop to b1, it's not so good. Then we can pick up this one, we can pick this one, pretty equal position, but I would love more to play here this game with the white pieces, because now it's a different story. You have the bishop pair that could be very dangerous. You still have your a file attack, but if black defends the game in a good way, this should be pretty equal. But after a takes b3, what Alireza tried, he tried bishop to e4, attacking now the rook, but also attacking the pawn. And here Fabi plays, of course, the same pattern, d takes c6. Still, of course, black can compete with knight to c6 or something, so still black can hold this position. But then f3, you're trying something like knight to d4, then we get out of this potential fork on c2 here. And now the game should be probably continuing like this, rook to a3, you pick up this one, we pick up this one, but the knight is a little bit loose. Again, a messed up game, I would say, here for black. But after d takes c6, you got the grip. Alireza went for the rook. Alireza played now rook to h1, and now in this particular position, Fabi played, of course, this stunning tactic, rook takes a7, and Alireza recognized the problem and immediately resigned the game after only 9 moves. So let's repeat again here. If you try knight takes c6, then we have again this one, rook takes a8, you're trying to escape. Then we can even, I don't know, sack the rook just in order to grab the rook again. Look at this, white is continuing the game again with the bishop pair. This knight will probably be trapped, but we can also try to trap the bishop with the move f3. But white is up in material. I think we can agree, completely winning endgame here for white. So even if you try, as we said, here to pick up the rook, then again the same pattern, c7 passing through, and of course promotion to queen on b8, or maybe here on c8. So really amazing stuff that top GMs are falling still into opening traps, but this is really dirty one. As I said, this similar tactic was created in 1911, so 113 years ago. Really crazy stuff. You see also the old masters knew their opening theory. They, of course, had to also try it out themselves. Over the board, different sidelines, different variations. All of the traps that we basically know are somewhere from the early in the 20th century. So everything that we know, of course, is because of the old masters, and of course now upgraded with top engines. But you see, still these old traps are working, and Alireza Firouzja, the top GM, fell for this today. So okay, I hope that you enjoyed this opening trap. I really enjoyed it a lot. Interesting stuff for sure. If you want to see some other opening traps here on my YouTube channel, check out our opening trap series. I've created also a separate playlist where you can check out, maybe there's something for you. And if you like this content, subscribe to my channel. See you soon with some more videos. And what do we say in the end? Chess is the best, of course.